in my group we decided to respond to Starboy by The Weeknd, and this song came under the music genre of R&B and electronic. But I'm going to be focusing on R&B music videos rather than electronic because The Weeknd's music in general tends to cover more R&B based songs and tracks, so I focused on that rather than electronic. In R&B music videos, females tend to wear minimal clothing to appear to a male audience. They also wear accessories. This can be men and women as well. There's a lot of jewellery, they wear chains and just expensive flashy things. Females also tend to wear high heels a lot. This is done to portray an elongated body, as well as it gives them a level of status and makes them appear taller. They always have bold makeup and hair done so that they look flawless. Once I had gathered this information focusing on women, in our own music video we did kind of challenge and use some of these views. Minimal clothing we didn't tend to wear. Mia was never really portrayed in a provocative sense. She was wearing a big jacket. Nothing was really highlighted. She wasn't sexually objectified in our video, and neither was I. I would say that we challenged that side of an R&B music video. We didn't use any jewellery in our music video. It wasn't a key feature for us. We kind of just focused on key points and just went with those rather than using accessories and jewellery. We didn't think it was necessary to bring in that sense of an everyday R&B music video because it kind of wasn't going with the overall storyline, so we didn't use any jewellery, so we did challenge that part of R&B music video. High heels, Mia did wear high boots, but in the shots we don't really get to see that because most of the shots are from her knees upwards, if anything. So yes, she did wear high heels, but it wasn't necessarily to elongate her body. It was just kind of, it fit with the look more. So again, we kind of did challenge that side of an everyday R&B music video. And the last one is bold makeup and hair. The conventional form of having bold makeup and hair we definitely focused on in our music video. Mia did have really bold hair. It was all out and it was really built up, so it looks like she was kind of having a party, just having a really good time. And for makeup, I was the makeup artist, so I had a vision of quite bold makeup, but we didn't want anything to look too much because she had this massive orange glittery star. So we did use this convention, and I feel like if anything we did develop it, because in R&B music videos in general females tend to look very done up, very flawless, but there isn't a step up from that for quite iconic bold statement makeup, and I feel like in our music video we definitely achieved that because of this bold statement of the glittery star on her eye. So types, we did use a number of different shot types, and I would definitely say that we used and developed the everyday R&B stereotypical shot types that would be used in a music video, but probably also elaborated on it, so developed them. Our music video, there were a lot of key points, and because the song was quite snappy and sharp, we wanted to make sure that the video was working with the song and it had a good relationship with the music so that it flowed nicely and made sense. So for shot types, establishing shots we definitely used. There were a few slow motion. I remember there's one shot where she looks off into the distance and you see the kind of the lights and the fair. We did use some establishing shots. I wouldn't say that that took majority of the video up. In general R&B music videos, I feel like I've noticed a lot that in the beginning of them you see one establishing shot of where the music video is going to be held. So I did notice that a lot in R&B music videos, kind of portraying a flashy image, We didn't necessarily use the idea of flashy image. It was more we were exploring how to convey a clear message that she was at a fun fair. We definitely used a range of mid shots as well. Throughout the video we tend to focus on Mia's face, kind of body, shoulders up, but we also really wanted to capture her surroundings. Seeing as it was shot at night time, the dark scenery really worked well with the kind of storyline and the plot, and it kind of gave a really kind of spooky atmosphere to the video as well as exciting. We kind of wanted to portray like an adrenaline pumping filled video where it was building up a lot and it was really going with the beat to the music, and then but all of this crazy scenery and flashing lights is going on as well. So yeah, we definitely used mid shots. We definitely used close-ups in our video. At the beginning of the video when we see her taking the pill, we did extreme close-up shot of the pill and her taking the pill, and we had these key moments in our video for the audience to really understand what the plot was, because we understand that the video was so fast and there was so much going on that sometimes it was hard to figure out what the storyline really was saying. Close-ups in general really helped to make it clear for what we wanted the audience to focus on in that particular moment. When it comes to camera angles in R&B music videos in general, they tend to be quite still. It's rare to see handheld R&B music videos. Most of the shots are very steady and very still, so you can focus on everything that's going on in the surroundings. So I feel like we did challenge this convention of an everyday R&B music video, because in our music video every single shot that we put in the video was handheld, and we didn't necessarily plan for that to happen, but we kind of had some difficulties with being allowed to use a tripod at the fairground, but that worked better than we thought it would, and the video actually came out a lot better using handheld rather than anything else. So I definitely think that the camera angles, we would have been shooting from tilted angles, which does challenge R&B music videos in general because they are always shot quite straight, and the tilted angle kind of symbolises maybe an accident has happened. But now I think about it, some music videos do have this element. I'd say The Weeknd, some of his music videos can be very tilted with the camera angles, because some of the plot and the storyline to his music videos sometimes run along the lines of have taken a pill or had an accident. So I would say that in some R&B music videos, when drugs, alcohol or an accident has taken place, there are a case of using camera angles such as tilt, and in our music video we definitely used that. We didn't really use high angle shots. I think that in R&B music videos it's rarer to see high angle shots rather than low angle shots. I think low angle shots tend to make the artist or whoever's being videoed look more powerful and have a higher status. We didn't really use either. It was always kind of mid-shot, so that Mia was kind of just in a neutral position, so it doesn't necessarily state that she is either of a higher status or a lower status. It's kind of just putting her at a neutral position. So we definitely used cuts in the whole of our music video. That was the main transition that we tend to use. Cuts are most commonly used in music videos in general, and they are definitely used in R&B music videos, so we did follow that convention. We also did use another transition, which was a flashing transition, and this was towards the end of the video, as well as some of the flashbacks in the middle. The use of the flashing transition helped us to convey that they were flashbacks and make it clear that it was a shocking memory of Mia's, that she remembered what was going on and then immediately she was snapped out of it, and the flash definitely help to convey quite a alert feeling. We did challenge the typical conventions by using the flash transition. We definitely played around with different editing techniques. The whole storyline is about her taking the pill and her going on this trippy experience of being unsure, being quite lost, but also having a good time. So we had to kind of play around with different transitions and editing techniques to make sure that this was portrayed throughout the entire video. So the first technique that we used was fast motion. So we sped up certain clips in the video to give off the impression that it was getting quite manic and quite stressful for her, but also just getting out of control. And you can see through the way Mia looks towards the camera or just the emotions she portrays, she's quite on edge, and even though she looks like she's having a good time, there are also parts where she looks really stressed out and really worried about where she is and that kind of thing. So we did use fast motion, and sometimes this is used in R&B music videos. They tend to follow a normal speed, but occasionally in R&B music videos that revolve a lot around partying, sometimes you will get sped up shots to enhance the idea of a good time. So we definitely used that convention. We also did use rewinding. So this is towards the end of the video, we used rewind. So rewind is a really key feature in our video, and we planned on using rewind right from the beginning, even when we weren't sure of our entire idea of the music video. So the rewind kind of helped to create a stronger meaning of the plot of the video. In general, it can often show regret, and I have seen in a few music videos they use a rewind, but I don't think that that is a typical editing technique used in R&B videos, so we did challenge this kind of form and convention. Throughout each shot we did enhance each clip to look a little bit brighter, a little bit more vibrant. So that wasn't necessarily a colour filter, and I think that that's used in most music videos, but we also did use a few effects over some of the flashbacks, and the beginning of the video we also used a slow transition, no, it was a slow filter that kind of drags the movement around. We didn't use very strong colour filters, but we did definitely enhance the video to just seem more vibrant. There aren't too many R&B videos that tend to follow colour filters religiously. I can think of some, definitely by The Weeknd he does do one, I think it's Party Monster. I'll probably insert something where there are flashing colours, but other than that, R&B videos tend to just have extremely good lighting, so that just kind of enhances the video as it is, and colour filters aren't really needed. So for mise en scène, I'm going to start talking about lighting first. Typical music videos for R&B, it kind of depends on the song and the atmosphere that the song gives off, but in majority of videos it's either kind of one or the other. In some you have really well lit videos, and say you're in a hotel or something like that, they tend to be very bright and well lit to enhance all the features in the shots. Whereas in some other music videos, if it's more of a party scene and it's at night time, it's quite a gloomy atmosphere, but it also brings a lot of excitement to the shots and it's very striking. We definitely followed that convention of R&B music videos that tend to be shot at night time. Our video is pretty much shot completely at night time. There are only a few shots at the beginning of the memories that are daytime. This shows a relationship between kind of the good Mia when it's in daytime and you can see everything that's going on and she's aware of what's happening. Once she takes the pill, everything is shot at night time. So we wanted to make this transition through day to night because we thought that it would work a lot better with the whole persona that she carries once taking the pill. She's almost quite dangerous and she's just fearless. You can see it in the way after she takes the pill. Once she's walking towards the camera, she's very in your face. She feels like she knows what she's doing and she also looks like it, but then she starts to get really confused. For props, in general, R&B music videos tend to include lots of jewellery, as I said earlier, flashy cars and alcohol. In our video we included none of this. This was because our video, the plot and the storyline behind it, definitely didn't follow some of the typical music video trends. Even though R&B music videos tend to be very performative, so it's all about the visuals and the artist just kind of having a good time and being able to see that, ours also follows quite, in some ways, a narrative structure, so that's why we wanted to have more of a storyline and less about flashy cars, less about alcohol, less about jewellery, more about her experience. R&B music videos tend to have quite flashy outfits, bold statement pieces to draw attention to the artist or whoever's in the video. We didn't really follow that convention. We did use some aspects of it. Mia doesn't wear any flashy brands, but when she wears a really big orange jacket, it definitely was a statement piece, and we definitely chose this to make sure that she was standing out amongst the crowd. So for location in R&B music videos, they tend to have lots of hotels, private rooms, swimming pools, roads sometimes, and club-like environments. This we didn't necessarily follow. We didn't want to draw any attention away from the fact that it was all about her and it was all about her experience at the fairground. So we definitely challenged that convention. We focused on the colour a lot throughout the entire music video. The rides definitely helped to enhance the colours. As it was nighttime, I think that the shots became really vibrant and it definitely lit up the entire atmosphere of the video. So lastly, I'm going to be talking about whether it was a narrative or performative video. So in general, performative videos, it tends to follow the band or artist around performing. Narrative tends to have a storyline or a plot to it. And I think that our video is definitely a mixture of the two. We didn't want it to be revolved around performative because it was quite hard to just base the entire video on her having a good time at a fairground, and it seemed quite pointless. So we definitely wanted there to be an underlying plot. So I think that a mix of the two definitely helped us to create the best music video we could. We focused on the performative, but there was an underlying storyline for the viewer to kind of interpret it how they would like.